We have traveled through the silver corridors of the night. In the first chapter of the Lunar Blueprint, we found our grounding at the edge of the silver lake, learning the effortless poise of the Swan. In our second chapter, we took to the sky exploring the midnight flight of grace and finding the natural dose of perspective from the high clouds. But every flight must find its home. Every rhythm must find its rest. Tonight in part 3, Submerging into the Eternal Stillness, we reach the conclusion of the blueprint. We are moving beyond movement, beyond flight, and into the void of pure rest. We are returning to the mirror-like water, but this time, we are going deeper. We are sinking into the velvet dark, where the noise of the world cannot follow. Your mind is ready. Your wings are folded. The sanctuary is now complete. Let us submerge into the eternal quiet, one final time. The greatest thing you can do for yourself, the single most powerful move available to you, is to build a life so genuinely fulfilling, so full of real joy and purpose and meaning that the absence of the people who chose to leave becomes simply irrelevant. Not painful, not something you have to manage. Irrelevant. The people who once had the power to wound you should eventually become nothing more than a minor detail. A brief early chapter in a much longer, much richer story. You don't need to find them and show them what they missed. You don't need to make sure they understand what they lost. Because the truth is, they will see it in their own time. From whatever distance life places between you, they will see exactly what they walked away from. And when that moment comes, you won't even care, because you will already be somewhere far beyond them. Success is not fundamentally about money, though it may include that. It is not fundamentally about recognition or fame or the approval of people who once dismissed you. At its core, success is about freedom. Freedom from the weight of a painful past. Freedom from the constant hunger for validation from people who were never going to give it. Freedom to live on your own terms, by your own definition of what a good life looks like. It is about waking up with purpose, about choosing work that means something to you, about building relationships that are real and mutual and nourishing. It is about finding happiness, not in external confirmation, but in your own honest knowledge of who you are and what you have built. Because the truth is, you never needed their approval, not once. You needed your own, only your own. There will come a moment, perhaps already has, when the people who once dismissed you will notice, when the ones who doubted you, who left, who made you feel small, will look over and find you somewhere they didn't expect you to be. And something interesting will happen. Some of them will remember your name very suddenly. They will show up at the edges of the life they chose not to be part of, acting as though the gap between you is something they barely noticed, as though they always believed in you, as though they were there for the journey. Success will teach you to recognize this. It will give you a clarity about people, about who was truly there and who is only arriving now that there est something worth arriving for. Forgiveness is a powerful and important thing, but forgiveness does not require you to rebuild the same access someone once had and chose to waste. Let them see the person you became without them. Let them understand, in whatever quiet way that understanding arrives, that they were wrong about you. That is enough. Nothing haunts a person quite like realizing they misjudged someone who was genuinely destined for something significant. But, and this matters enormously, Let your success never be about them, not even the satisfying version of it. Let it always, consistently, fundamentally be about you, about proving to yourself that you can rise above any setback, any betrayal, any period of doubt. About building a life that you actually want to wake up to every morning. About becoming the person you always sensed you were capable of being before the world started trying to talk you out of it. The best revenge is never bitterness. It is never fury. It is never lowering yourself to meet someone at their level. The best revenge is transformation, becoming so focused, so deeply committed to your own growth, so undeniably, visibly on your path, that nothing from your past retains any power to shake you. The people who hurt you were part of the process. They were stepping stones, though they didn't know it and didn't mean to be. They thought they were breaking you. They were building you. They thought they were ending something. They were beginning something. And now, rising from everything they underestimated you through, you are writing the chapter they didn't predict, the one they couldn't account for, making yourself proud, walking away from the past with your head up, reaching a place where looking back is something you choose to do rather than something you are compelled to do. Because when you have truly built the life you were meant to live, when you are genuinely in it, fully, with both hands, the past loses its grip. It becomes information rather than pain, history rather than wound. The things that once defined you by their weight become simply part of the story, part of the foundation, evidence of where you came from and how far you've come. Let them talk, let them doubt, let them walk away. Every last one of them. None of it matters. The only thing that genuinely matters is that you keep moving forward. The only thing that changes anything is that you absolutely refuse to let anyone or anything be the permanent reason you stayed small. The only thing is that you succeed, not for them, for their reaction, for their regret, for yourself, for the version of yourself that kept showing up even when showing up felt impossible. Life will test you in ways you never anticipated. People will talk about you. They will judge you, analyze you, construct narratives about you that bear very little relationship to who you actually are. They will spread stories. They will create drama where there was none. Some will do it casually, and some will do it with deliberate intent to diminish you. Some will betray you in ways that genuinely stun you. Some will disappoint you so deeply that the disappointment itself feels like a loss. Some will leave when you are at your absolute lowest and most in need of someone staying. And in the middle of all of it, you will have a choice. You can let it consume you. Let their words live in your head. Let their actions shape your self-image. Let the negativity find its way into the core of how you see yourself and what you believe you deserve. Or you can rise above it and choose, actively, consciously, repeatedly choose not to give it your energy. There comes a point in a person's life when they arrive at a particular understanding, a moment of clarity that, once you have it, genuinely changes the way you move through the world. The understanding is this: you are too blessed to care, too blessed to waste your extraordinary, finite, irreplaceable energy on negativity, too blessed to allow the small, mean opinions of people who add nothing to your life to take up residence in your mind, too blessed to fight battles that don't deserve your attention, too blessed to be diminished by people who are not qualified to define you. The moment you truly understand the magnitude of your own blessings, and I do wanna mean that in a superficial, paste dash it dash on dash, the dash wall dash as dash a dash quote way. I mean the moment it lands in you, in the deep and honesty way that real understanding lands, everything shifts. You stop stressing over things that, in the grand picture of your one and only life, simply don't matter. You stop trying to explain yourself to people who are committed to misunderstanding you because their misunderstanding serves something in them. You stop giving time and emotional real estate to people who bring nothing of value into your life because you begin to understand viscerally, not just intellectually, that your energy is finite and precious, that your peace is one of the most valuable things you possess, that your purpose is too significant, too important, too irreplaceable to be constantly derailed by things that are fundamentally beneath it. You were not put on this earth to be universally liked. That was never the brief. You are not here to successfully please people who will never be satisfied, who will never see your worth regardless of what you do. Not everyone will understand you. Not everyone will appreciate what you bring. Not everyone will celebrate your gifts or acknowledge your effort or honor your goodness. And that is genuinely okay, because you do not need their approval to be exactly who you are. You do not need their validation to be valuable. You are already right now exactly as you are, blessed beyond measure. And that is enough. That will always be enough. When you anchor yourself in your blessings, the noise dims. It doesn't disappear entirely. Noise rarely does, but it loses its power over you. The opinions of others stop having the effect they once had. The drama that used to pull you in no longer finds a way to reach you. You begin to see your life with different eyes. You notice what is actually present, the love around you, the opportunities in front of you, the growth happening within you, the blessings both large and small that you may have been too distracted by what you lacked to properly see, and the things that once felt enormous. The criticisms, the slights, the judgments, the gossip begin to look exactly as small as they actually are. People will attempt to bring you down when they see you rising. That is not a maybe. That is a near. They will question your success and find reasons why it isn't as real as it looks. They will doubt your abilities and find things about your performance to criticize. They will watch your every move, looking for the stumble that confirms their judgment of you. But understand this. That behavior has nothing to do with you. Their negativity is not a response to you specifically. It is a manifestation of what is lacking in them. People who are genuinely happy do not spend their time trying to dismantle the happiness of others. People who are secure in themselves don't feel the compulsion to belittle others in order to feel superior. People who are strong do not waste their energy trying to weaken someone else. So when people attack you, when they come at you with doubt and criticism and negativity, look past the surface. What you are seeing is not really about you. It is about what they lack within themselves, about what they are afraid of, about what your presence brings up in them. Your response to negativity determines your peace. This is a choice that presents itself to you over and over, in small ways and large ways, throughout the course of your life. You can engage, you can argue, defend, explain, react. Let it consume the whole of your attention, or you can choose every single time to walk away, to redirect your focus toward what actually matters, to remind yourself firmly, clearly, without apology, that you are too blessed to invest in this. Every time you make that choice, you protect something precious. Every time you refuse to let negativity in, you take back a piece of your power. Every time you count your blessings instead of cataloging your grievances, you strengthen something in yourself that nothing outside of you can touch. There will always be people who actively try to drag you into their chaos. People who find stability threatening. People who need conflict the way other people need oxygen. Some will test your patience in ways that feel almost designed. Some will provoke you repeatedly, circling back each time you don't respond, looking for the reaction they believe is in there somewhere. When you are truly rooted in your own blessings, when you are genuinely secure in your purpose and in your path, that noise simply cannot find purchase in you. You have too much to build, too many genuine goals to pursue, too many real dreams to work toward, too much actual joy available to you, to allow yourself to be perpetually derailed by people who are not walking in your direction. The truth is this: when you know how blessed you are, you move differently. The evidence is in every interaction. You stop needing to justify yourself to people who have already decided what they think. You stop nursing grudges that drain you without producing anything. You stop engaging in battles that have no real stakes and no productive outcome. Because every minute, every ounce of energy, every thread of your attention that goes toward negativity is a minute, an ounce, a thread taken from your blessings. And why would you choose that? Not everyone will celebrate you. Not everyone will applaud when you win. Some will feel your success as an accusation. Some will resent your happiness because it highlights what they have not created in their own lives. Some will go to extraordinary lengths to sow doubt in you, to make you question what you have built and whether you deserve it. You don't need their applause. You don't need their approval or their celebration. You are already winning. You are already moving in the right direction. You are already, right now, in this moment, even with everything still in progress, too blessed to waste your time on anything or anyone that exists, only to pull you down. The more you focus on your blessings, the more they multiply. That is not a figure of speech. When your attention is on what is present rather than what is absent, when your gratitude is active and regular and genuine, life begins to respond. Better energy finds you. Better people find you. Better opportunities align with the direction you are moving. You step into alignment with your purpose in a way that feels completely different from fighting against the current. And once you have experienced that kind of peace, that kind of clarity, that quality of joy that comes from living in genuine gratitude, nothing can touch it. Nothing can shake it. Not criticism, not setback, not the inevitable complications of life. You carry it with you. It becomes part of who you are. These storms will still come. I want to be honest with you. Understanding your blessings does not make the storms stop. Life will still have its difficult chapters. People will still test you. Situations will still arise that demand everything you have. But when you are rooted in gratitude, when you have genuinely claimed your blessings as your ground to stand on, you navigate the storms differently. You no longer lose yourself in them. You rise above the noise without losing your footing. You protect your peace with the practiced ease of someone who has spent time building something worth protecting. You are not here to be perpetually distracted by people who think small. You are not here to invest your irreplaceable days in meaningless battles that leave you emptier than you started. You are not here to lower yourself, to shrink yourself, to dim yourself to match the energy of people who chose darkness. You are here to thrive. Fully, completely. Without apology. You are here to grow in every direction, to expand into the fullness of who you are, to claim every single blessing that is moving toward you, and nothing anyone says or does or thinks about you changes that. No matter what anyone says, no matter what anyone does, no matter how much negativity finds its way to your door, remember this with everything you have, every time you need to. You are too blessed to care, too blessed to let it take root in you, too blessed to surrender your energy to it, too blessed to let it steal your joy, far too blessed to let it steal your joy. Thank you for allowing me to be a part of your night. May you find deep peace and restful sleep. Wishing you the sweetest dreams. If you liked it, please like, comment, and subscribe. Bye.